Cab Calloway reached past the stars by Maggie N. Cab Calloway states to reporters, "My audience is my life. What I do and how I do it is all for my audience." One of the most popular entertainers of this era, Calloway was a significant figure in the cultural movement known as the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s. This movement saw a rise of African Americans in literary work and creative arts. At a young age, Cab Calloway's larger-than-life personality and technical genius allowed him to entertain audiences across the world. His success was greatly influenced by his family, who were also a part of the musical world. In his lifetime, Calloway composed many new songs that were at the height of popularity at his time, and many awards were given to him due to his original sound and captivating prowess. His versatility as an artist allowed him to reach broad audiences in jazz, Broadway, and the theaters. Not only was he a fantastic performer, but his connection with his fans, generosity with his coworkers, and his value of his friends and family helped him achieve many of his goals. From the time of birth, Cab Calloway was destined to become an entertainer. On December 25, 1907, Calloway was born into a middle-class family with a lawyer and teacher as parents. In his early teen years, his mother was the first person to influence him by enrolling him in vocal lessons. Although Calloway's first dream was to follow in his father's footsteps and become a lawyer, he decided to follow his passions and live a life in the limelight. Cab Calloway continued to grow in success after his first nightclub gig at the Dreamland Cafe, where he plays drums and sings. He grows in popularity with his band, the Missourians, and began to play at the famous Cotton Club in New York City. The first song that he wrote and broke the charts records was Minnie the Moocher, which was produced and performed in 1931. Heidi Ho was another one of Calloway's signature ensembles. Creating this piece of music would inspire films, plays, and other songwriters. Besides stage performances, Calloway also starred in many movies. Betty Boop, a popular cartoon at this time, was one of many he recorded music for. Many think he was famous for his music, but his dancing and his stage presence was how he was able to make a name for himself and grow in the musical business. From being so involved and active on stage, Calloway would often need to costume change 5 or more times a show because he would become so sweaty. Every single show, Calloway would give his all for his audience and projected a positive attitude at all times. This was done in spite of racist and segregation of the time period, and Cab's personality overcame these obstacles. On November 8, 1994, Cab Calloway sadly passed away, but leaves a lifetime of music and the memories of his stage performances to be enjoyed. Showing the world that it is possible to possess many talents, Cab Calloway took the Harlem Renaissance for his own and made many new songs and created his own styles, which he was highly recognized for. One of his most distinguished awards that he received was the 1993 National Medal of Arts and was awarded to Cab Calloway by President Clinton at the White House ceremony. Another was his legacy of being honored to be able to go into the International Jazz Hall of Fame, which was a big deal for his family members to celebrate in 1995. Overcome with many emotions with receiving these awards, Calloway always liked to thank his fans for his accomplishments, which he showed with his hard work on stage every time that he smiled and bowed as the curtain closed. Although there were many stars that arose from the Harlem Renaissance, Calloway was definitely one of the most accomplished and cherished singers and songwriters. His beginning life was not hard for him because of his family's background, but he prospered from his early years with the help of his supporters and grew to become one of the most acclaimed stars of his day. Awarded many titles over the years, he offered versatility to the air and added fun to the changing time. Imagine watching a performer on stage so captivating that you seem to be frozen in time as you watch his performance. This is what it must have been like to see him perform live. Always looking after his fans, Calloway allows himself to lose himself in the screaming and cheering of the crowds and came to be in his presence.